Well, tonight's book review is a kind of companion guide to the Burnham's Celestial Handbook I was talking about. You need a good sky atlas. This is the best one out there I know of right now. It's put out by Sky Publishing Corporation, and it's the Cambridge University Press. Cambridge University Press puts out a lot of the astronomy stuff, and they've kind of built a reputation on it. So you know, if it says Cambridge University on it, you're getting some pretty good stuff. As far as science and astronomy goes, you know, they've got a pretty good reputation for any kind of books and stuff. I was reading a lightning book, recent up-to-date research on lightning, and it had, you know, it's just incredible what they knew back in the 80s and some of the recent studies in lightning and stuff. And so you get really good up-to-date information. Well, it's only one university in the United States that offers a degree in fulminology. It's to me, it's one of the most important researches that would be, in my opinion, would be out there right now, is on lightning. It's something that they'll discover as far as the nature of the energy and stuff, and there's just a lot of it's part of the key of life. You know, there's parts of science that deal with that, if we want to call it the Baron Frankenstein wing of science, but the key of life is part of that wing of science. And so, you know, it's pretty good research. The Sky Atlas starts out, you get a good blow-up of the constellations here in North America that you can see. So you got it's pretty broken down into numbers in each constellation. So, you know, you first open up this page, you find out what the constellation is, and then you go from there as to what stars you want to find. So it's pretty set up, and then you have your own. You have to have at least a handbook of detailed information on what you want to observe. This is set up for about an intermediate range astronomer or beginner, based on basically the size of telescope you have. You know, you're talking 20-inch telescopes. You know, it's pretty good observing for suburbia and out in the countryside here in North America. If you want to do some more detailed observing, you'll have to go to a planetarium where they might have a bigger telescope, astronomy club, and those are hard to come by. They're not as abundant out there as you think they are. I want to hit the big telescopes. You know, I don't know what they're looking for as far as education goes, but I would say at least probably a bachelor's degree in astronomy, or at least an associate's, to even touch those telescopes. But it's this is a neat, good sky atlas because it's broken down into shows you where the nebulas are at. It's in color. It's based on a lot of Hubble's information, Webster Hubble, but it tells you where all the nebulas are at that you would be able to see out of a 20-inch telescope or less. Or galaxies are in red, nebulas are in green. So you may not be able to see that from the camera point of view, but it's all broken down into nebulous, globular clusters, and double magnitude stars, and also your super blue giants. Anything that's blue out there in the galaxy is a new star. It's something that ET's put out there recent, but I don't know how recent. You know, was it billions of years recent, millions of years, hundreds of millions of years? Yeah, it's hard to judge on how old, when those stars came into being. So, you know, the big blue giants are out there, and then you get some, you know, quite a few blue stars. As far as the galaxy goes, I'd say they're even less than a fourth of the galaxy. I mean, so you get your clue out that says, why didn't ET finish the rest of the galaxy? Well, there you come with a number of reasons. They don't have the ability to travel faster than light, so it takes them a lot longer. Maybe that's the command upper echelon solution. That is that the galaxy doesn't have the ability to jump go faster than light speed, so it takes them a lot longer. They do have some of the engineering and stuff, or they got other plans for the galaxy. There's another suggestion that they may eventually move the galaxy someplace else. That's the reason why it looks the way it does out there, because the galaxy used to be a very bright blue. If you were out there before some of extraterrestrial event happened, whether it was a war. I've suggested that in one of the blogs I did, but that's just theory. But there's well, you can find that out, and I think there's a blow up of the Milky Way galaxy in here before. No, there's not. Kind of hard to show on this map, but what you'd have to have, the information you would have to have, is you got to take the whole galaxy and you got to find out how many white dwarfs are out there and what position they are in the galaxy. And you take all that data and you put it in I would say a pretty good computer, and all the positions of the white dwarfs, and you run it through a computer simulation of the Milky Way galaxy, and you take an up view, a lower view, and a side view of the galaxy, and you can see where all the white dwarfs are in the galaxy. So if there was an Amun-Ra attack, you could see what parts of the galaxies got hit. But there's, it would take somebody with a pretty good sized computer to be able to run that simulation on a computer and see where all the white dwarfs are, so that you would know. Because what happened is there was some kind of quantum event that caused those stars to go supernova. It happened all at once. It wasn't just one or two stars here, a couple of stars over there. It all happened all at once by a energy-created quantum event. I am going to talk about that later in Advanced Witchcraft 101. But quantum events, the craft is real, and anything like any galaxy can harness a lot of major energy and stuff. As far as the whole galaxy goes, or even the suns have a lot of energy to work with. So that's already I've got that on the playlist of how they do classify advanced civilizations from other civilizations, and it's based on how they use energy. So any galaxy that has the ability to harness all the energy in their own galaxy has a broad ability to create something like that if they wanted to. So I don't know what all high technology can do as far as the galaxy goes. But that may have been where it came from. But as I said earlier, you'd have to be able to catalog where all these black dwarfs are at. So this goes in a backpack just fine. I'll show you what the problem is. Here's a good example. This is something came out back in 2004. It's called Galaxy Software. And, you know, it works fine if you can put it in a computer. But you can't take it with you. iPads only have range so far. So, you know, you can't take your computer with you, so you still have to go the old-fashioned route and keep a Sky Atlas with you. These are great when you can use them. If you're at a planetarium or something like that, and they have access to power and stuff, and it's a pretty good viewing out there, you can take this along with you. In fact, a lot of them have those on their telescopes when they have close to electrical supply and stuff. They don't have access to the data, but they can find stars and constellations very easily. Those are pretty portable now in today's telescopes. But this also, the problem with these is it takes updated software and stuff, and so you buy it used, and you come home and put it in, and it doesn't work. You know, so. Basically, yeah, you know, you have to start buying up-to-date software and stuff, constantly getting updates and stuff, or track down what it needs to be able to download this. So, you know, I still find the old-fashioned star guide still something you can depend on. So it's even. You know, these are coming along, but it's not something you can depend on. It's also got an index of the constellations. It tells you all of them, from everything from Andromeda to Polypicula. So you got quite a few constellations listed here. Everything in North America. It's got your shows you what the chart covers. So each chart is numbered. So it's a good guide. As long as you got your star guide and a couple other books. I've already covered Burnham's. That's one of the ones that I would recommend getting. The only other thing you need to get is a small pocket guide that you can put in your back pocket. That'll give you a little bit more information on the different stars and stuff. Burnham's doesn't cover them all. This one's it's a pretty good star atlas. It's going to cover most of what Hubble discovered back in the 1920s, 1930s, and it's geared toward, you know, intermediate range telescopes. So it's good for that purpose. So that covers this